Hi, I'm Ray Vars, a portfolio specialist at Loevner, and I'm joined today by Jingyi Li, who's a global equity portfolio manager and a China analyst here at our firm. The new coronavirus originated in China in late 2019, and the country was on the front line of what's now a global pandemic. Just 60 days after imposing lockdowns in Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak, it appears that the number of new COVID-19 cases in China has dropped close to zero, and the economy and industry appear to be recovering. Jingyi, I'd be interested to hear your impressions of what appears to be successful containment, and how did China accomplish that while the rest of the world is currently struggling?
Yes, for now it looks like a success. I think the national solidarity, the tenacity of Chinese people, as well as the economic power and the unique government, all played an important role in the relatively successful response so far. One big thing is the Chinese people. There's a whole collective memory of SARS in 2003, when the new pathogen, the new virus, was identified as something similar to SARS. The whole nation was on alert, high alert. And so the country decided to react as aggressively as they can.
So in a sense, you can almost call it a people's war against COVID-19.
Absolutely. There's a very unique culture element in it. Collectivism is deep-rooted in the Chinese culture. Often in Chinese history, when the nation faces some existential threat, every Chinese is called to take action against that threat, and everybody is expected to make some sacrifices for the common good. That tradition goes back hundreds of years. Fast forward to today, it's important to know that even the most authoritarian government equipped with best surveillance technology cannot force hundreds of millions of Chinese to jail themselves at home for so long.
And that's a good point. How did the government actually marshal the people at both the national and the local level?
Yeah, often in a major national crisis, the central government call for the whole nation for help. So at the local level, it's a very Chinese thing. It's a strong central government to react to this kind of large-scale disaster. In match each county of the Hubei province with a less impacted province. So in addition to the national level response, the central government leave the some work to the aid receiving county and aid giving province to figure it out. There are lots of community volunteers. They reacted to this call to reaction. They draft some propose some social distancing measures that meet their local situation. They mobilize more and more volunteers to help the vulnerable members of their communities, and even prepared homemade food for the healthcare workers and their families.
It's clear that the government played a central role in the response and apparently the recovery. It seems also like China's industrial prowess and technological strength also played a key role.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very important factor. When the physical movement stopped during the social distancing period, the virtual economy, the new economy, take over the whole economy, a whole country. There are leading companies, leading apps such as WeChat by Tencent or Alipay by Alibaba, become the virtual backbone of the virtual economy. There are thousands of developers who developed new apps, new functions to help Chinese people to cope with the life during the lockdowns. There are online grocery apps. There are online education apps. There are video conferencing apps to help office workers to collaborate. So all those apps are developed in very quickly and changed the lifestyle dramatically.
Well, China has really just started recovering from the outbreak and the associated lockdowns. But at this early stage, do you have any thoughts about how this crisis might change China and even its position within the world?
Yeah, there are many long-term implications of what just happened. And during this period, millions or more adopted new apps and new lifestyle. And after this crisis, I will assume that many people will continue to that new lifestyle and use those apps. And more importantly, this crisis proves that the new economy can run the whole country. All those talents, the business owners, the developers, the managers, even the frontline workers are capable enough to take care of life. Politically, it's an opportunity to justify this unique Chinese system. The strong central government turned out to be useful in mobilizing enormous resources to fight a enormous challenge. And internationally, as China start to recover and start to offer help to other countries in the pandemic, it may increase its international influence. This may be an opportunity for China to promote its version of global governance and economic relationship. Maybe this time it can earn some friendship and goodwill, at least some grudging respect.
Well, Jingyi, thank you very much for sharing your perspectives in the midst of the global pandemic.
My pleasure. Take care, Ray.